Hi, I'm Joe, I'm 32 and I'm from Somerset. I'm a musician. Normally around this time of year I would be at a festival, jamming with my friends, dancing in the sun. But instead I'm lying in a tunnel underneath a road leading to the Navigator oil terminal. And I'm here because oil and gas is killing us and we need an emergency response from our government now. And you know what? There's nowhere I'd rather be.
It is 1 minute to midnight on the doomsday clock. Those are the words of Boris Johnson in his COP address. Since then, the UK government has done nothing to address the climate emergency. Instead, it's pushing on with 40 plus new oil infrastructures. It's up to us, the ordinary people, to take a stand and say we are not going to allow that to happen, but do extraordinary things to create a better future for ourselves.
So we are here from the Just Stop Oil Coalition. We are currently blocking tankers on St. Clements Way. We have got a tunnel just going underneath this railway bridge. The reason we're stopping it is because it's putting people at risk if these vehicles come down on top of our people. We've been telling the police for days that they are in danger, and the police have chosen to keep this road open, endangering not just our lives but also the tankers on this road. So although they're upset, and I understand why they're upset, this is for their own well-being. The police and the council have refused to do a proper health and safety assessment. They have allowed heavy goods vehicles to go over them. That not only puts our people at risk, it puts heavy goods vehicle drivers at risk. These are working class people, and the government is saying that the tax money that comes from oil is more important than risking a tanker driver's life. We're saying, fuck that shit. We are going to stop it, and we're going to make sure these tanker drivers are safe. These heavy tankers going over is causing vibrations in the ground, causing bits of the tunnel to collapse and crumble. Once that continues to happen, it will collapse and could kill both the driver and the people below. And God forbid if one of the tankers went up. We're in a massive industrial estate. It would cause absolute havoc.
There is a tunnel underneath the road, directly underneath the base layer of the tarmac.
Okay.
There is tarmac broken through on a large area right up until the wearing course.
Okay.
Which is a top course, which is generally about 25 millimetres, 1 inch thick.
Yeah.
That is the current situation.
Okay.
And and obviously the road is closed at the moment.
Yeah.
But the road needs to be assessed before it's reopened because it's not currently safe to open it.
Their message is, at this minute, as it is at the minute, they're not confirming that they will not reopen the road, and it is up to you to take care of your own safety. So if you feel unsafe, you should come out.
The Silver Commander's coming back to you, but as it stands,
he's coming back to me at some point, but as it stands, there's no change. They can't confirm the road won't reopen, and if you feel unsafe, you should exit the hole. I will come back to you when I hear something.
Yeah, but it's not just our safety; it's the safety of the people.
Yeah.
On the road as well.
Yeah. He showed me the rock. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the tarmac.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No. You're fair with me. I'll fair with you.
Cheers.
No worries.
Oil is destroying our life support systems. Oil is the cause of the cost of living crisis. We need to transition to safe, clean, renewable energy now. We need to just stop new oil. Who are you passing it on to, this information?
So we've passed it on to the inspector, who has passed it on to the Silver.
What's the name of the inspector?
That'll be Inspector Coils.
Inspector Coils. And whose responsibility is it ultimately for the road being open?
Oh, well, I'm not entirely sure on that, but
what, I mean, but
it goes from the inspector to Silver, and then where it goes from there, I'm not too sure. Yeah, obviously it works its way up the chain. I'm not too sure at what point it stops.
Because at the moment, we've been told before, even by when the military were here, they said the road is safe for use, but it's not safe for people in the tunnel, but they're keeping it open. At the moment,
to the best of my knowledge, this is not safe for vehicles. You've got vehicles in excess of 70 tonne going over basically a section of tarmac with nothing underneath it. I think they're just basically putting oil before people, or oil before safety, and they're just not going to shut the road. Hi, Sam here in the tunnel under St Clements Road on the way to the Navigator Oil Terminal in Thurrock. It's 3:30 in the morning on Monday, the 29th of August. The police have just reopened the road. The road was temporarily shut. Before they reopened it, we gave them adequate warning that there was a tunnel directly underneath the road that extended upwards to the base layer of the tarmac. It was a trench that goes on for a few metres, and it also had a subsection where the base layer was broken out, and it was only the wearing course on top, which is 25 millimetres or an inch thick. There's lorries going overhead. You can hear them now. Some lorries in excess when they're laden 70 tonne. The police have decided to open the road without doing any investigation work on site. They just basically made a couple of phone calls, one to the inspector and then the inspector to the Silver Commander, who gave the clear go-ahead to reopen the road. At the moment, there are lorry drivers driving over the road, not knowing that there's nothing underneath supporting the tarmac. They have a duty of care to do proper investigation work before they reopen a road, and they fail to do that. They're basically putting the oil industry above people's welfare.